turn that off. Turn off that shit. God, it's so hard to do this. Hello, welcome back. Good evening, good afternoon, good day, good morning, whenever you're watching this. Have you had a good time doing the morning or the afternoon or the evening? Whatever time you're watching this, I don't know. Well, I'm glad to hear that, or I'm not glad to hear that, depending on what your answer was. As you can tell by the title of this video, it's a video about me being a vegetarian for the past year. Just before I get into it, I just want to say that I'm not going to preach. I know people can't be arsed with that, like, that's not what this video is about. I've just learned quite a few things about being vegetarian for a year. Some good, some bad, and it's like, I don't give a shit if you eat meat, really. Like, you do you, whatever, I don't care. I'm not gonna try and force anything, I'm not gonna try and change anyone. I just like talking about my life experiences because I'm a massive narcissist. So don't click away from the video just yet. So before I get into it, obviously, the baseline of, like, knowledge is needed. So I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I became vegetarian to begin with. First off, I didn't actually become vegetarian. For about half a year, I was like really reducing my meat intake because I felt shitty about eating meat. And there was never actually a point where I was like, I'm going to go vegetarian. I was just like, oh, I'm vegetarian now. Like, because it got to the point where I just wasn't eating meat. So I was just like, why bother going back and eating meat if I've gone this long without doing it? Reason number one, I love animals. Like, not in a weird way, that I feel like I put too much stank on that one then. But no, I like animals. I think they're really cool. I love all animals so fucking much. And not just like cat dudes and dog bros, I mean like every single animal ever. Even the weird ones like possums and rats and, oh god, I love raccoons so much. Raccoons, oh my god. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of big ass insects and snakes, but I still think they're pretty sick. But even like flies, I can't kill a fly without feeling guilty. I don't see the point. Why would you stand on a fly? Why would you kill a spider? If a spider's in your house, he's just hanging out. You've got a roommate. You just hang out with him for a bit. Don't kill him. Or just like let him outside. Like, come on. Killing insects just doesn't sit well with me. It's like, why? There's no need. So, long story short, I felt bad every single time I ate meat. I just can't stop thinking about the little animal faces being really sad, and it eats me up inside. Another reason why I became vegetarian is because of the environment. Not to preach, but there's a lot of evidence and common sense that supports lowering your meat consumption is one of the biggest ways to lower your impact on the environment. And I like living, believe it or not. I know it might not seem like it from all of the videos I've done so far, with me basically just shitting on myself and being like, I want to die. But I do want to live, and I like having a clear conscience. So they're the two main reasons why I became vegetarian. Love animals, love the environment. Simple. So here's a few things that I learned from being vegetarian for a year. Number one, it's easy. Obviously, if you have health concerns and you're deficient in something, then do whatever the fuck you want. Like, this might not apply to you because it might be harder for you to live a vegetarian lifestyle. If you've got deficiencies or you're anemic or anything, do whatever the hell you want. But like with me at the beginning, if you can't imagine a meal without meat as the main thing on your plate, then just use substitutes. They're getting better. Like, there's some really nice substitutes out there, which I think are actually nicer than the meat counterpart. Some are god awful, don't get me wrong, I'm not blind to the truth. But like with any food, you just have to like shop around a bit and find one that you like. And no animals have to die during the process. And to make it even easier, more and more shops are selling more and more vegan or vegetarian products. 2019 is literally the best year to reduce your meat intake. To be fair, every year that passes it just gets better and better. Number two, people are a lot less judgmental than I thought they would be. Like I mentioned before, I just kind of happened to be vegetarian, so it was a few months into being vegetarian that I had to like tell people, because like I'd be going out for a meal or something and they'd be like, why are you getting that? And it's like, I'm not eating the meats. I beat the meat, I don't eat the meat. And people were actually really accommodating to it. The first time I told someone I was vegetarian was when I was staying at someone's house to film a documentary, and they cooked a meal which was applicable to both the meat eaters in the group and the non-meat eaters. I felt like such a burden. People didn't really give me a hard time, because I know it's a classic, oh, not another vegetarian.
It's a bunch of liberal bullshit.
Like, obviously people did take the piss, and still do, because sometimes it's a funny meme. It gets quite old pretty quick, but most of the time it's a meme, so whatever, I don't care. If people genuinely give you shit for the way you live your life, if your lifestyle isn't hurting anyone, then they're just shit friends. You can do better. There's so many supportive people in the world. There's no reason to surround yourself with people that just beat down on you all the time, or beat off on you all the time. Unless you're a porn star, then I guess getting beaten off on is fine. But number three, people do chat some absolute bullshit on both sides. I'm not saying either one's right or wrong. Just people are very misinformed about a lot of things in the world. It's the burden of the world we live in. I'm not gonna rant, but there's so much misinformation and like ignorant, combative people that either think like you have to eat no meat at all to be doing a good thing, or they think it's ridiculous that you don't eat meat because that's what our ancestors did. It's like, yeah, but they also raped and pillaged. Do you want to go around and do that? I don't think it's a really valid argument for either lifestyle, to be honest. Every little bit you do helps the cause. Every like meal that you skip that would have meat in or whatever, that helps. You can just tell by looking at how many new vegan products are coming out and how companies and that are shifting towards less meat products and how meat demands have gone down. So literally every little thing you do helps. So if you want to give it a go, maybe cut out a few meals a week, or maybe just go the whole hog and go cold turkey and maybe have like one cheat day a month or something. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I really don't care. Like, I'm just trying to offer some help. I don't know. But whatever lifestyle you choose, whether you're eating meat, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, don't be a dick. There's absolutely no reason to. You're not right, you're not wrong. It's just a different way of life. Fuck off. Number 4. The influence of me going vegetarian seemed huge. When I started talking about it, so many people tried it and started asking me for help or advice and stuff, and it's like, I'm no expert. I've just been blagging my way through this year, but I think it's cool that I had somewhat of an influence on other people's lives. So there you go, ego. Eat that one up. Plus, it's also cool that the more people try it, the more it'll spread, the more it becomes in the collective conscience of society, and everyone's like, oh, maybe it's not such a demonic thing after all. And plus, having more supportive people around you in your life and stuff is always a benefit. So if you've got vegetarians in your life and you're like, hey, I like what you're doing, can you help me out? Then that's a nice thing to do. And I'm happy I can be that person for some people. Number 5, my health hasn't changed at all. I haven't gained weight, I haven't lost weight, I haven't become more ill, I don't feel weaker. I do feel more energetic. That's a fact. And I feel a lot happier in myself because I'm not contributing to the murder of animals. So, in fairness though, I do have a weird body to begin with. Like, I've got a super fast metabolism, so I find it incredibly difficult to put weight on. And I also have very few health concerns. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying that's what I am like factually. I know I'm incredibly privileged and I'm lucky as fuck to have a body that isn't fucking up most of the time. I acknowledge that I'm very lucky, but where my body's healthy, my mind isn't, so but I did imagine something would change by cutting out a whole food group. But no, not really. As long as you have a decent diet either way, you should be fine. But like I say, I do feel a bit more energetic and happier and a bit more awake when I am awake. Obviously, I don't feel awake when I'm asleep, but that could also be because of my mental state and other life changes I've had during this year. So if you're gonna go vegetarian, I can't guarantee anything. I'm just speaking from my personal experience. 6, I didn't really crave anything. People talk to me a lot about like, don't you miss bacon? Don't you miss chicken? And I'm like, well, no. I did crave fish and chips for a couple weeks when I first started being vegetarian, but I'm pretty sure that was mostly because of habit. But now the thought of eating meat makes me feel physically sick. Not sure if that's a good or a bad thing from a mental health standpoint, but it's a thing nonetheless. I'm not sure if I feel sick because of the fact that I've got a strong sense of integrity, so it would like kind of go against my entire character as a person if I ate meat, or if it's because I'm just sad thinking about the cute little animal faces. Number 7, there's gelatin in so many things that you wouldn't even imagine. Chocolate mousse has gelatin in. Chocolate mousse. I was livid when I found out. That turned my life upside down. Shooting some beat ball outside of the school. But I was fucking livid when I checked, because you gotta check everything when you're vegetarian. You gotta make that conscious decision to be like, oh, actually, can I eat this? Oh my god, it's so annoying when people constantly ask you if you can eat something as well. Like, you'd be there eating like a sandwich or something, and they'd be like, oh, can you eat bread? And it's like, yes. What are you on about? Also, it's incredibly fucking annoying. Someone's like, oh, what are you having for tea? It's like, oh, chicken nuggets and chips, healthy, and they're like, don't you mean fake chicken nuggets and fake chips? Well, no, not fake chips, but you get what I'm saying. It's really annoying. Of course, I mean fake chicken nuggets. Jesus. But yeah, gelatin, whatever, no biggie. I can live without bone marrow and pig trotters and stuff in my food. So that's just some things I learned from being vegetarian for a year. I'm gonna continue doing it, obviously. I'm not just gonna stop now just because I've got some sense of achievement. I don't regret it all. I think overall I'm much happier and healthier. So what is there to regret? I don't really miss any of the foods. If I do, I can just substitute what I miss. I think my cooking and health in general has just improved so much. Like I cook so many weird, cool things now, which I would never have tried, because obviously if you're just eating like a slab of chicken and some chips every night, it's like you're not gonna experiment or anything, are you? But being vegetarian kind of forces you to do that, because like you want to mix up your meals so you don't get bored. Like if you eat meat, like you don't want to eat the same meat every single day for every meal, do you? So you gotta experiment a bit. Cooking, I actually love cooking now as well. And I don't mean watching my wife get fucked by another dude cooking, if you didn't pick up on what that joke was. But I do just feel so much better in myself and with my mindset, and I'd highly recommend this lifestyle to anyone. So if you enjoyed this video, if you found it a bit useful, or you've got any questions, leave a comment in the comment section below. Leave a like if you found it good. If you want more videos like this, then subscribe and let me know, and tell me all your life worries, because I'm here to talk about the things that maybe some people might not want to talk about. That seems to be my brand right now. So if you've got any suggestions of things that you wouldn't want to talk about ever in a public forum, then let me know, because I might make a video about it. It might be fun. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, and goodbye. I don't eat the meat, I beat my meat. I don't like feet. All true facts.